sometimes it's not that I'm not right. Wait for it. Watch it. I got a good one. Here we go. Sometimes I'm just not right now. It's not right now. It's not that you're not right. It's just not right now. So
Yeezy, Yeezy, Yeezy. Most people believe power comes from speaking first, from having the fastest response, the quickest opinion. But the truth is, power often belongs to the person who waits. In a world that prizes speed, we've been taught that being first is everything. First to raise your hand, first to offer a solution, first to have your voice heard. We rush to speak. We rush to react. We rush to prove we understand the moment, but in doing so, we often destroy the moment itself. When we react without thinking, we let our emotions take the lead, and our words get lost in the noise of everything else happening around us. We interrupt, we talk over one another, we fill every available space with sound because we are afraid of what might happen if we don't. But what if the real power isn't in filling the silence, but in owning it? Silence is uncomfortable for many people. They feel the need to fill it. That empty space in a conversation feels like a void, a problem that needs to be solved immediately. But silence is where timing lives. And the man who controls the silence often controls the room. Think about it. When everyone is talking at once, no one is truly listening. But when one person remains quiet, observant, and calm, something interesting begins to happen. The chaos starts to settle. The frantic energy in the room begins to die down. The silence you create isn't empty, it has weight. It's a space for thought, for reflection, and for anticipation. It's in that quiet space that true influence is born. When you speak too soon, your words just disappear into the noise. They become one more voice in a sea of opinions, easily forgotten. But when you wait, people begin to listen. Timing is key. The room starts to lean toward you. They become curious about what you're thinking, why you haven't spoken yet. You're no longer just another participant. You become an observer, someone with a perspective that feels more considered, more valuable. By holding back, you create a natural pull, an invisible spotlight that shines on you when you finally decide it's the right time to contribute. Your patience builds a stage for your words. Authority is not always loud. Often it is patient. The most powerful people understand that words gain strength when they are released at the right moment. They don't need to shout to be heard. They don't need to be the first to speak to prove their intelligence. Their power comes from precision. They know that a single, well-timed sentence can have more impact than a 5-minute speech delivered at the wrong time. This isn't about being shy or having nothing to say. It's about understanding that the value of your words is directly tied to the moment you choose to deliver them. Timing also requires discipline, because the moment you feel the strongest urge to react is usually the moment you should wait. Reaction is emotional, timing is intentional. When someone says something that triggers you, the instinct is to fire back immediately, to defend yourself, to correct them. But that's your ego talking, not your wisdom. Insert Beyonce and Kanye's song, Ego. I love that song, but let's stay on track. Back to triggers. Pause, take a breath. Give yourself a chance to move past that initial emotional impulse. Do that, and you give yourself control. Self-control is like a cheat code for life. You shift from being a reactor, pulled along by the currents of the conversation, to being a strategist who chooses their next move with purpose. Strategic thinkers observe first. They gather information. They study the room. They listen not just to what is being said, but to what is not being said. They watch body language. They analyze the dynamics between people. They build a complete picture of the situation before they ever decide to place their piece on the board, and only then do they decide when to speak. Their contribution isn't just an opinion. It's a calculated intervention designed to have the maximum possible effect. They play the long game while everyone else is just playing their next turn, Great leaders rarely rush their words. They understand that timing can change how a message is received. The same sentence, spoken at the wrong time, can destroy an opportunity, demotivate a team, or create unnecessary conflict. But that same sentence, delivered at the right moment, after everyone has had their say and the room is ready to listen, can inspire, unify, and lead to a breakthrough. Leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about knowing when the team is ready to hear them. It's about guiding the conversation, not dominating it. The pause is powerful. Before you speak, take a moment. That brief silence creates curiosity. It creates anticipation. It signals to everyone in the room that what you are about to say is important. It's a nonverbal cue that commands attention. And when you finally speak, people listen differently. They lean in, they focus. Your words land with more weight, more gravity, simply because you allowed a moment of stillness to precede them. You've given them a reason to listen before you've even said a word. So remember this: intelligence is knowing what to say, but wisdom is knowing when to say it. And the people who master timing rarely need to raise their voice. Their presence speaks for them. Their calm, their patience, their discipline, these are the things that build true authority. It's not about being the loudest person in the room. It's about being the most centered. In a world that rushes to speak, the most powerful person is often the one who waits. So yeah, take a minute, breathe, think, plan the react. If this hit home for you, share to help a friend.